Hello everyone, myself Sowmya, Assistant Professor in CSE ML Department, MLR Institute of Technology. In this video, we are going to discuss about table tag and about its attributes. So the overview of this presentation is to discuss about the table tag and its attributes, and we also see some example programs. So generally whenever we develop web pages, we may require to insert tables in our web pages. Like I want to display some student details and their marks in a tabular representation. There you can use tables. And not only that, we may use some registration forms. If I directly create a registration form, I'll get like this. For example, name followed by one text field, and after that a roll number followed by one text field. But there is no proper spacing here. But if you want to display the same thing with a proper spacing, with a clear format, then you can develop this using tables also. So if we use tables, what is the advantage means? You can provide a proper spacing, a equal spacing between the elements of the HTML program. So the use of HTML is, it will allow the web developer to arrange the data in terms of rows and columns. We know the table representation. Table is nothing but it's a collection of rows and columns. So whenever you want to display the data in terms of rows and columns, then you need to use this table tag. So in this table tag, again we have some sub tags like tr tag, th tag and td tag. So tr stands for table row. For example, I want to create a table, then I will create a table using the table tag. So in that table tag, I want to create a first row. So if you want to insert a row or if you want to start a row, then you should start with a tag called tr. tr stands for table row. So a row will be created. So in that row, again you need to add some data. So that data may be th or td. The data may be th or td. Th in the sense table heading. So generally in the first row of the table, we will display the things in bold format just to represent them as a heading. So at that case, you can use th tag, so that is table heading, and td is nothing but table data. So only for the first row generally we use th. For example, under this tr, I have created th, that is name. Then I'm closing this table head. And I'm creating one more table header, that is roll number. Then I'm closing this. So my first row is over. Now you need to close your first row. I want to insert the details of the students and roll numbers as the second row. Now you need to start one more row here, that is table row. And now here you need to add the table data, which will be displayed as a normal text, not in the bold format. If I use th, that will be displayed in terms of bold format. But if I use td, it will be displayed as a plain text. So the name is the first column name and the roll number is the second column name. So which will be displayed in the bold. And the second row will be created. So here you are adding table data. So the name of the student may be some X and the roll number may be some Y. So like this you can add the table heading and table data. So mainly the table tag is used to create a table, and to create a row, tr tag will be used. If you want to create table heading, that means if you want to display the table text as a bold, then you need to use th tag. If you want to insert a normal data into a table, then you need to use td. So these are the different table properties or table attributes. So whenever you create a table using table tag, along with this table tag, you can also add some attributes just to provide some additional functionalities to your table. For example, simply if I create a table, a tabular format will be created, but it doesn't show the borders also. For example, I am creating two rows here with some text. Then I am closing my table. So the first row text will be displayed and the second row text will be displayed, but without any borders. So if I don't give any borders, it doesn't look like a table. Of course, it doesn't look like a table, but it has the table structure. So if you want to get that border also, so you can use this border attributes. So the border, how many pixels you want to use for your border. So generally table space, the attribute I should give it as border is equal to 1. So 1 pixel border will be created. So if you give 2 pixel border will be created. So this is one of the attribute which is used to provide the border for your table. The next one is align. So align indicates the alignment of the table. So where you want to place your table, whether it is left, right, justified or center. So by providing all these possible values, you can place your table wherever you want on the web page. The second one is BG color. So that is background color of the table. So if you want to provide any color for your table, background color for your table, then you can specify the BG color and you can give the value as any color name. And border already we have discussed. And next is cell padding. So cell padding is nothing but the space between the cell borders. So the space between the cell and the text. So here I have written some text ABC. This is my cell and this distance is called as a cell padding. So this distance or this distance is called as a cell padding. And coming to cell spacing, the spacing between two cells is called cell spacing. For example, I have two cells. So the space between these two cells is called as cell spacing. So based on the requirement, you can use a cell padding and cell spacing, or both the things you are specifying in terms of pixels only. So we'll see one by one examples here. So this is a basic table program. So here I have written HTML body. We know in HTML generally we write two sections, header section and body section. Header section is not mandatory, and in the body section I am just giving a heading here. So the heading is basic HTML table, and here I am just creating a table with the border 1. I told you if I don't give any border, so it doesn't look like a table. So that's why I am just giving the border value as 1. So within double quote you are giving 1. So with 1 pixel width the border will be created. And now so I want to start, or I want to add a row to this table. So then you are using tr tag. So whenever you write a tr tag, a row will be opened, a row will be created. So now under this row I am just adding 3 columns here: first name, last name and age. First name, last name and age. So this is the first row, and you are using th, so it will be printed as a bold. Next I am closing this row and then I am opening one more row. So one more row will be created here. Now I am just using td, so that means all these details will be displayed as a normal text. So the first column is Jill, so the first name is Jill and the last name is Smith and the age is 50. So the second row is also over. Again the third row. So in the third row I am just giving the first name as Eve and the last name as Jackson and the age as 29. Then I am closing this row also. After completing or after inserting all the rows of data, then you need to close your table tag, and I am just closing body tag and HTML tag also. So the output will be like this. So what is the heading I have given? Basic HTML table, and here I have created a table with 3 rows. So the first row with the table heading, that's why all these things you are getting as a bold, and the remaining 2 rows I just used td tag to add the data item. So that's why you are getting as a normal text. So if you observe, you are getting 1 pixel border for your table. So the next example is for table alignment. So till now we have seen one example, so which explores about the border. So now in this example we are focusing on the alignment. So here along with the border I am just adding one more attribute here, that is align. So align value I am giving as center. So here for align we have 4 possible values: left, center, right and justified. So wherever you want to place your table, you can give that corresponding value. And then I am giving some caption also. So this caption will be displayed on the top of the table. So if you observe the output, this is the output for our program. So where it is displaying monthly savings, it is a caption actually on the top of the table, it will be displayed. So before creating the border itself, it will be given as a caption for your table. So here I am just creating 2 rows. In the first row, I am using th, so that is table heading. So month and savings. So this is the first row, month and savings. And the month value is January and the savings are $100. So that you're displaying here. So the main thing is alignment here. If you use this program or if you execute this program in a web browser, so this table will be displayed in the center of the web page. So that we will see now. Right. So we'll see the output for this. So I just saved this file as a table.html. So if I open this, see I'm getting the output in the center or middle of the page. Why? Because I have opted or I have checked the alignment as a center. So next option or next attribute is BG color. So next option is BG color, background color. So here along with the border, I am just adding one more attribute here, that is BG color, which stands for background color. So here I am giving the background color as cyan. So instead of cyan, you can give blue, yellow, red, white, whatever you want, you can specify that corresponding color. The same program here, the caption again I am giving, I am just creating two rows here with the two columns, month and savings. So now if you observe the output, so this is the output of our program. The background of the table will be in cyan color. So we can check the output for this. So now we can check the output for this program. So I have removed that alignment as center. So by default you are getting the alignment as left, and if you check the color, we are getting in blue color, cyan color. So now I can change this color to some red, then I'm just saving. Now if I refresh your program, so you're getting the background color as red. So whatever the color you want to give it as a background, you can specify in the BG color. So next attribute is cell padding. So just now we discussed what is mean by cell padding. Cell padding is nothing but the space between the content and the cell wall. So this is the wall of the cell and this is the content. So the space between these two is called as cell padding. So the same program I'm just rewriting. So along with the border, I'm also specifying one more attribute, that is cell padding. So I'm just giving the cell padding as 20 here. So that's why you're getting this much space between the content and the wall of the cell. So again, two rows I'm inserting. So we will check the output for this also. So in this program, we have given the cell padding as 20. So we'll see if I give cell padding as 20, what happens. See, if you observe, the padding, the space between the content and the wall has increased. Now I'll just change this 20 to somewhat 50 and then saving. Now if I check here, you can observe the space between the content and the wall has increased. Why? Because I have changed the value of cell padding here. So that is the use of cell padding. So next attribute is cell spacing. So cell spacing is nothing but the space between the two cells. So here month is one cell and savings is another cell. So the space between these two cells is called as cell spacing. So here I am giving the cell spacing as 10 and the remaining program is same. I am just adding two rows with the details month and savings. So in this program, I have given the border as 2. Why? Because just to show you the space between the two cells. If I give the two borders over there, you can observe the space clearly. So the cell spacing I have given as 10 here. So if you observe, so the space between the two cells is 10 here. Now if I increase that space to some 30, we'll check the output here. See, you can observe the space between the two cells has increased. So this also, the wall and the cell, this is also called as cell spacing. So next attribute or next tag is table caption. So till now in every example we have seen that caption tag. So if I give caption tag for any table, on top of the table it will be displayed as the name of the table. So the table caption is monthly savings, in which you are adding 2 rows of text. So this is the output for your program. So monthly savings is the caption for your program, caption for your table. So it will be displayed on the top of the table. So next we have some more features. These are not attributes of tables, but we have some features wherever we require we can use this features. So next is a table row span. So you are spanning the row. I mean, you are merging the row. So if you want to merge 2 rows, then you can use this row span. Not only 2 rows, multiple rows. If you want to merge multiple rows, then you can use this row span. So here I'm just creating a table with the border 1, and the first row I'm just inserting as headings: month, savings, savings for holiday. And in the second row, January is the month, $100 are the savings, and the row span I have taken as 2. That means 2 rows will be merged here. And the savings for holiday is $50. And I have created one more row also. But if you observe here, in this row, I just added 2 columns only. One is February and the other one is 80. Why? Because in the previous row, I have just merged with the 2 rows. That means the second row and the third row will be merged. That's why in the third row, you're not adding that, you're not specifying that third row specifically. So if you observe here, these two rows you are merging here. Actually, the table will be created like this. This is first row and this is second row. But in the first row, while adding the second element, what you're doing, you're using row span to merge with the next row. So that's why it has merged with the next row, and it will be printed the value as $50. So for the January month, the savings are $100. For the February month, the savings are $80. But all together, I mean, in the both the months, you have saved $50 savings for your holiday. So combining those 2 months together is a $50. To specify that, what you're using here, row span you're using. So using row span, you can merge 2 rows here. We'll just see the output of this. So the output for this program is, so this is the output. So you are merging 2 rows here. For example, you can add one more row here for the third row. So I'm just giving the third row as March and $100 maybe. And here I'm changing the row span to 3. So now I just want to merge 3 rows. And I'm giving the savings as some $80. If I save this program and I'm just running this program, see, you can observe the 3 rows have merged here. So for all the 3 months together, January, February and March, the savings are $80. So whenever you want to merge the multiple rows, then you can use this feature called row span. So this is not actually a proper table attribute, but here you're using row span along with the data item, table data. So you can use this with the table data, or you can also use this with th tag also. So next is column span. So this is just similar to your row span. So in the row span you are merging the rows, but in the column span you are merging the columns. If you want to merge multiple columns, then you can use this col span. So here simply I am creating a table with the border one. So in the first row I am just creating two columns here, month and savings. And in the second row I am just adding January and 100. And in the third row February and 80. And in the last row, I just want to add those two columns. So what you're doing here, you're using col span. That means the two columns will be combined here. See, if you observe the output, this is the output for your program. So if you observe, see here, the two columns you are merging, and in that merged column, you are displaying the sum as $180. So here in this program, you are merging the two columns, but in the previous program we have merged the two rows. So if we want to merge the columns, you need to use col span. If we want to merge the rows, you need to use the row span. So we will see the output for this. So the output for this program is, so this is the one. So in the last row, if you observe, the two columns have been merged. So if you want to merge two columns or more columns, then you need to use the col span attribute. So again, col span attribute is also not directly with the table tag, but you are using with td tag, or you can also use with the th tag. So in this video, we have seen the table tag and different attributes like border, BG color, alignment, cell spacing, cell padding, and we also have seen the attributes of TD tag or TH tag. So that is row span and column span. Thank you.